So we prepare for this also.
Where are you from?
I'm from China Radio International.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Okay.
and also we have a local Green Post website.
Okay.
Also.
All right, great to have you here.
So we, yeah.
我录着呢，你再往近点，离它近点啊。好。
Yeah. Yes. Thank you for accepting the interview. And can you tell us, why they win?
That's right. So the 2014 Nobel laureates have made a fundamental discovery of neurophysiology, and they have discovered cells that constitute a positioning system in the brain. And it's based on really two big discoveries. One is the discovery of the place cells by John O'Keefe. These place cells, they give us an awareness of our place in the room, okay? And the second discovery is that by Edward Moser and Margaret Moser, who discovered the grid cells. These cells allow us to navigate our environment. So they give us a sense of our navigational environment.
So with this kind of discovery, you understand the body's function.
We understand.
Or the blood circulation.
Yeah, all right. So the way this works is that the brain works like an inner GPS, making maps of our environment. And so because of the place cells, we're able to travel along a route, and the place cells work as landmarks. And the next time we revisit the same environment, the place cell fires, and we have a sense of place in the room. So we can navigate, we have a sense of place in the room. The grid cells work like a coordinate system of longitude and latitudes. And these cells are important for us to navigate our environment. So we have a sense of how many steps we need to make before we get to a specific location. So they really are important for helping us in our navigational system, like an inner GPS to find our way and navigate our environment.
So it's like through this brain working,
right,
you find whole bodies.
Well, it really is the brain working so that we have a computer, highly functioning computer that takes in this input, the entorhinal cortex, and we have a display system. This would be the hippocampus. And so it's a way for us, like a GPS, to navigate our environment, to find our place, and to navigate the room.
And we find actually it's very interesting that Norwegian are a couple.
That's right.
Yeah. And they study the same thing.
That's right.
Do you know how they find this?
Well, how they found each other. I think they met each other when they were studying, when they were undergraduates at the university. And they've worked together their entire career. So that's how they found each other. And they are the fourth couple to win, to be Nobel laureates in our history. So we have the Curies, we have the Joliet-Curie, and we also have the Coreys, and now we have the Mosers. So it's historic as well.
We find something surprising today also. Usually the Nobel Committee will call these winners, and then they will talk about how they feel in the press conference.
Right.
And we were expecting this today, but they didn't happen.
Well, I can share that with you. Nobody asked the question, so you're asking me now, and what I can say is that Juleen Hansen called Margaret Moser on her mobile phone, and she was in a lab meeting, and she was stunned, really delighted, very excited to hear the news. And her husband, Edvard, he unfortunately just stepped into an airplane, and so nobody could contact him. So he's traveling to Munich, so hopefully we can get a hold of him and let him know this happy news. And Juleen Hansen also made contact with John O'Keefe, and he was at home on his way into work. And so he was very delighted and looking forward to coming to Stockholm in December. So all of the laureates are stunned, delighted, very happy people today.
Can we get this soundbite from them?
That will come later. So we have a colleague, Adam Smith, and he always calls the laureates on the day that we announce the prize. And I imagine that will be uploaded to nobelmedia.org.
So we'll find that.
You'll find it there. Absolutely. And there's our delightful interviews to listen to. You'll find them interesting.
Thank you very much.
All right, it's a pleasure to talk to you.
And what you study?
I myself study metabolism in diabetes, and so I'm studying the causes of diabetes and how we can find ways to prevent diabetes in the future.
Can we know that how many nominees this year we have?
I don't remember the number off the top of my head, but I know that was released on the Twitter account for Nobel Media. So I'm sorry that I don't have that in my head, but it's a couple hundred, I can tell you that. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Right, good.
Thank you.
I take a picture.
Sure.
哎，跟他一起啊，还是？嗯，还给